So I hope this clears up more for everyone, that the history that we've been told and forced to repeat over and over, generation after generation, is a lie. And they just throw dates around, and everyone just believed it for years. It doesn't matter what date they say. Nobody was there to verify it. And stone doesn't change the way that wood does over time. So if a building, or in this case an arch, is built 100 years ago or 5,000 years ago, if it was built in New York or in Italy, nobody would know the difference. So in this story, they're gonna tell us that this arch right here was built by people that were about 1,100 years away from creating paper. 2,300 years ago, we are told that this arch was made in the second half, not the first half, the second half, because they're gonna get specific now. So the second half of the 3rd century BC, which is 300 years before we started counting years the way that we do. So then they restore it in 40 BC, not 41 or 42 or 39, but exactly 40. And we fully trust that. Oh, we don't? No, we don't. Especially when they can't tell us the logistics of a building from the 1800s. There was no restoration project going on in 40 BC, 2,063 years ago. And yet again, we are given a doorway that in my opinion was not built thousands of years ago. This is possibly only a few hundred years old and shows the size that the people really were. The arch is part of a massive set of walls, which are 30 feet tall and 9,500 feet long, covering approximately a quarter of a square mile, over 3 hills, built in the year -300. Yeah, right. In episode 47, we talked about the Stone Sea in St. Louis, and we discussed that they are technology. And I want to go a little deeper here and make a connection and say that in my opinion, these are from the past civilization. They are being hidden by this cafeteria that the museum doesn't even need, since like 10 people are walking around it all day. But they clearly know the technology that these stone structures hold. I believe they recreated this technology, and I believe that the St. Louis Arch is a much bigger, possibly much more powerful recreation of this technology, being hidden behind the blinds in the basement. Where else in the world do you see these arches? And what are the odds that these are right next to each other? We have proven that they are attempting, and seems like it's successful, that they are able to extract an energy from the earth in this location. What is under the ground in this location? And what is the true meaning of the St. Louis Arch? The patterns and repetition. We are getting closer and closer to the truth. We know that one of the nods is the fire story. We have found that pattern here on this channel. And we have also found that they create characters, fake names, and that it is most likely through AI, because the repetition is overwhelmingly obvious. And we all remember from episode 47, when Henry Hobson Richardson was off building F.L. Ames gates, memorial halls, libraries, and cottages. F.L. Ames. F.L. Ames. Well, we all know what F.L.A.M.E.S. spells. Putting the word flames right in the narrative. Putting the period after the F and the L so that we can't search it. Putting this right in our faces over and over and thinking that nobody would ever see it. Thinking that nobody would ever be locked into their code and that nobody would ever put their lies right on the table for all to see.